The out-of-control migrant crisis at our border and in many Democrat-run cities across the country is leading to some bad blood between Democrat leaders. President Biden and New York City Mayor Eric Adams now have reportedly not spoken in almost a year as the Big Apple here gets flooded by illegal immigrants. Now, Adams recently had to announce some major budget cuts to education and police and other parts of the city budget in order to pay for illegal migrants. Now, he's repeatedly blasted Joe Biden for not doing enough to help the city address the influx.
The national government must do their share. This is a national problem. It's not a New York City problem, Chicago problem, Massachusetts problem. The national government should be picking up this tab, and it should not be coming out of the backs of everyday New Yorkers.
This is so obviously a dereliction of duty by the president, the vice president, the entire Biden administration. Katie, as we see the impact on these social services in cities across the country, as we see the impacts on where our taxpayer dollars are going, we're seeing the reality of the national security threat that we're facing, and yet there is no message coming from the administration saying, if you come here, you will be sent away. There is no real use of the E-Verify program to limit those coming here seeking employment. How do you think this impacts us as a country as we head in this next election?
Well, and there's no movement from President Joe Biden to actually use his executive authority, as President Trump did, to stop this problem, because they are so afraid, because of their political base, of going back to those policies that worked because it simply had the word Trump in it. It's been detrimental to the country. Eric Adams is, he was talking about New Yorkers having to pay the bill for this. And he said that he wants the federal government to take on the bill. I'm from Arizona. All these people in New York City and Washington, D.C. and Philadelphia were fine when this problem was only in border states and in small towns, when the burden of resource management was put on taxpayers there. But when it comes to their city, after they decided they were going to be a sanctuary city and virtue signal, and reality has hit them in the face, and now they're dealing with the fact they have to cut social services and they can't just raise taxes into oblivion to pay for all of this, they now want all taxpayers to pick up the bill. Notice he doesn't say stop it at the border. He's also blamed Greg Abbott, the governor of Texas, for this problem. He has not held Joe Biden accountable for any of this. They haven't had a serious conversation, as we now know. They aren't talking about actually issuing some kind of deterrence when it comes to this problem. And no one wants to admit that it is a resource management issue. If you have too many people in a place, not everybody can have what's available. And I've been talking to a couple of Republicans who actually are in the Republican GOP in Manhattan, and they're actually pretty confident that they can flip some seats, or at least get close, as a result of this issue alone. So people vote for this, and they have a choice, and policies change based on people who are in charge and they're elected. So we'll have to watch that.
According to Copermex, Mexico has more than 1 million job openings nationwide. It seems like that Remain in Mexico law may have been good for people seeking jobs.